it's time now to take a look back at the tape with our good buddy Eric Wood. The Bills hurt themselves with turnovers at times, but showed some positives that they can build off of. What stood out to you from the game on Monday night?
Yeah, starting with the ground game, the Bills ran for a season-high 192 yards. Both Cook and Murray had really nice games. Cook bounced back well after that fumble on the first snap of the game. I love how they relied on the run game late in the game. When everyone was expecting pass, then they relied on the run game in the final drive. And in the passing game, we saw Dalton Kincaid continue to be a big focus. And while Josh had his struggles at times, he did make some nice throws. And hopefully we'll see some continued evolution of the run game under offensive coordinator Joe Brady, as well as some improvement in the passing game.
Well, let's start with one of Latavius Murray's longest runs of the game. Let's break down this 21-yarder here.
Here they send Quentin Morris in motion to the backside to the left, and then they bring in Gabe Davis on the motion as well, and they're going to line him up inside of Quentin Morris. They're essentially going to run outside zone to the right. So everyone on the offensive line is blocking towards the right, and as soon as there is a break, as soon as someone crosses someone's face, in this case, it's the backside defensive end against Morris, he's going to go back all the way behind him, which is a veteran play. That's great vision by him to get up the field for the long gain.
A little bit later, the Bills got on the board with a 22-yard touchdown to Dalton Kincaid. How did he get so wide open?
Here they have Diggs and Kincaid to the bottom of the screen in a condensed split. Dalton Kincaid's going to fake like he's going out to the flat, and that's going to be the end of it. So when Diggs breaks up the field, Surtain in his cover 3 defense there, he's going to go just ride him just enough to leave Kincaid wide open when he converts that to a wheel route down the sideline.
Let's fast forward to the second half where Josh connected with Khalil Shakir. This one went for 24 yards.
This is a little exchange on the bottom of the screen. Gabe Davis, they like to run that play where he runs either a dig to the inside or kind of a deep comeback like we'll see later. And here Josh pump fakes to Davis, and the entire defense bites on it, allows Shakir to get wide open down the sideline, and Josh delivers a nice ball.
And then just a few plays later, Latavius Murray punches it in from 3 yards out. What did you see here as this one busted wide open?
So this is a very similar formation. You see Gabe Davis motion inside Quentin Morris again, but this time he's going to be a lead blocker, and this isn't outside zone. This is straight down block. This is essentially an ISO play with Gabe Davis acting as a fullback here. And this is a duo concept. Pittsburgh Steelers ran this a ton with Le'Veon Bell. And this is a nice play here. And this is great blocking by Gabe Davis, where at times he hasn't been as productive as he'd like to be in the passing game. It's great to see one of your captains still be a willing blocker like this in the run game.
On the next drive, Josh connected with Gabe Davis for their longest completion of this game. This one went for 38 yards.
Bills run play action from underneath center here. Defensive end goes underneath. Deion Dawkins allows Josh to scramble out to the left. He throws back just a touch across his body, but he finds Gabe on this deep dig route, kind of a deep in route, but he's going to sit because of the zone coverage, and this is a nice pickup here for the Bills.
Moving to the Bills' final drive, James Cook broke a long run, and he was able to pick up his own fumble right in stride, but this one started with great blocking. What did you see up front?
The Bills used this play a ton in the game, and Deion Dawkins has a rare ability as a left tackle to be able to pull to the opposite side of the field. Generally, this is done with guards, but they're able to use Deion Dawkins, one of their most athletic offensive linemen, to run this play with him pulling. They ran it maybe 4 or 5 times in the game. Most of the times it was successful. And then you also get an awesome block by Dalton Kincaid. And we know what he can do as a receiver, but he's impressed me as a blocker. We've talked about it before on Chopping Wood, and this is a great one. He lays out the safety here.
And then a few plays later, Josh ran it in for the go-ahead score. Break this one down.
So again, they got Gabe Davis at the top of the screen here, and he's essentially a blocker. And so it's a one-man route. We've seen this a bunch throughout Josh Allen's career. At times they'll run this from under center as a kind of a bootleg action. This time they run it out of the gun. And so this is kind of a one-man route. Josh has the option to run it, or he could throw it to Kincaid. And Davis is out there to seal the edge to make sure that Josh can get on the edge. And then he's just going to kind of leak out and get in people's way. And Josh does it with his legs here.
Great stuff as always. Thanks for this, Eric. We'll catch up with you next week.
Yeah, looking forward to it, Steve.